we're in the studio and we're online and we're on time. Yay! So I want to give everybody a few minutes in case you're used to me not being here until like right at 9:30 or just after 9:30. If you sign on and you have any requests, pop them up real quick and I can see them. Otherwise, we're just going to do kind of a... I have to lean in, and that's why I say pop them up quick, because once I have to be back here, I can't read that. Yeah.
Are you talking about the tablet or the phone?
The phone. Yeah.
You have to read it off the phone.
Yeah, if I lean in, I see two people.
Oh, it's not. Oh, that's right. It's not going to come up on here. I don't see. Okay.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. So I see two. I know we're expecting. I think Darby was going to be on here, so. We can go ahead, get set up, find our comfortable seats. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Lift your shoulders up. And then roll back and down. Hands on your knees, elbows soft under your shoulders. And the eyes are closed, you're gazing down. Without changing anything, just begin to notice your breath. Notice how the breath just naturally flows in and out of the body. Begin to deepen your breath. Finding an equal inhalation, exhalation, in and out through the nose. Your mind wanders, focus back on your breath. And as you continue focusing on your breath, I'm going to continue with our reading from Pema Chodron, Comfortable with Uncertainty. Again, I've been reading this book since March, April, whenever we started online. Just day by day, it's from 30 years ago, and I'm amazed at the relevance. So today's reading is Letting the World Speak for Itself. Don't misinterpret. The slogan, Don't Misinterpret, means don't impose the wrong notion of what harmony is, what compassion is, what patience is, what generosity is. Don't misinterpret what these things really are. There is compassion and there is idiot compassion. There is patience and idiot patience, generosity, and so forth. For example, try to smooth everything out to avoid confrontation, not rock the boat, is not what's meant by compassion or patience. That's what's meant by control. Then, you are not trying to step into unknown territory to find yourself more naked with less protection and therefore more contact with reality. Instead, you use these forms of compassion and so forth to get ground. When you open the door and invite in all beings as your guests, you have to drop your agenda. Many different people come in. Just when you think you have a little scheme that is going to work, it doesn't. It's very beneficial to one person, but when you try it on the next person, he looks at you as if you're crazy. And when you try it on someone else, she gets insulted. Coming up with a formula won't work. You don't know what's going to help, but all the same, you need to speak and act with clarity and decisiveness. Clarity and decisiveness come from the willingness to slow down, to listen to, and look at what's happening. They come from opening your heart and not running away. Then your actions and speech accord with what needs to be done for you and the other person. have an intention to add to your practice a single positive word. Just allow that word to become your breath. And then just stretch your arms open to the sides. Wiggle your fingers and roll your wrists around. Flex the wrists, drop them down. And then slowly as you can, pull the hands together in front of your heart. Like you're collecting the energy you need. And once your hands touch, bow in, sealing your intention. And then interlace your fingers and stretch it away. Round your back and tuck your chin. And then on an inhale, reach up high. Relax your shoulders down. And then as you exhale, let your hands come apart and just roll your wrists as they go down. So you can make fists. We're going to let them meet behind the back. And once they touch, give them a stretch towards the floor, keeping your spine long. If you can lift the arms away, lift them up and find that stretch between your shoulder blades. And then drop your arms down and reach them back up overhead. On an exhale, take your right hand to your left knee, take a twist, lift back over the left shoulder. And then inhale, arms high, and exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, arms high, hands down, and make your way to hands and knees. So finding your tabletop position, get the wrists under shoulders and the knees under hips. So cat-cow tilts when you're ready. The inhale drops your belly, lifts your head, coming to sway back. Wait for an exhale, arch your back high, push the floor away into cat. And then just move with your breath. Inhale and sway back. And exhale, cat. Keep cycling through your breath as you wave up your spine. If any other wiggles feel good, feel free to add those. We'll add some chorus. And then wait for your next exhalation. Return to a flat back. Look over your right shoulder towards your right hip. Look around to the left. Come back to center and press it into child's pose. So remembering you can come here at any point during your practice. And then shifting forward, hands and knees. Bring the knees back into the hips and send the right leg straight back. Toes on the mat, press through the heel. And find that stretch in your calf muscle. You can hold still or you can add a little rock back and forth if that feels good. And then we're all going to come to stillness. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders and then squeeze the belly and lift the leg. And circle the ankle. And reverse. And then press through the heel, stay there, or reach that left arm forward, reach and pull both directions. Keep looking down at the mat so the neck is in line with the spine. Keep breathing. Stay here or exhale, squeeze it under the body. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Use your breath. We'll do 2 more. Reach it out long. Put your hand down. Let your foot cross over the left. Look over the left shoulder towards your toes. Now swing the leg to the right side so the foot's in line with the knee and reach your right arm high. Circle the wrist. Reverse it. Keep it straight up or start to let it fall back behind you so you feel a stretch in your chest, maybe a release in your low back. Some of you might want to bend that elbow, knuckles to sacrum, and reach for that bottom inner thigh. So see what gives you the best stretch. Maybe that does it. And then bring the hand down Bring the knee in and send the left leg back. Toes on the mat, find that calf muscle, stretch it out. Hold steady or add the movement, gentle back and forth. And then let's all come to stillness. Push the floor, engage the belly, and lift the leg. And then circle the ankle. And reverse. And press to the heel, stay there, or right arm forward, reach and pull both directions. Hang out or exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Use your breath. 2 more. Reach out long. Put your hand down. Let your foot cross over the right. Look over the right shoulder towards your toes. And now swing the leg off to the left side. Reach the left arm high. Circle the wrist. So left arm up. Reverse the circle. Keep the arms straight up or start to let it fall back behind you. Keep it out, or you can take knuckles to sacrum, reach around and grab that bottom inner thigh. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee in, and tuck your toes as you press your hips towards your heels. Breathe into your feet, your toes. And then when you're ready, press it up and find your first downward facing dog. In down dog, pedal it out, walk it out, move it around, whatever feels good here, your body, your practice. Down dog doesn't feel good, cat cows are always an option. And then when you feel all wiggled out, just come to stillness and just hold your down dog. Reach your shoulders actively towards the waist, press your heels towards the floor. They might not touch, but keep creating that space down the back of the legs. And then we're all either going to drop to your knees or shift to plank like you're going to do a push-up. Get the wrists under the shoulders, don't sag the hips, looks good. And then exhale, take it back up to down dog. So you can do this hands and knees as well. So it looks more like a little shift. And then back to child's pose. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, shift to plank, hold it, breathe. And then take it back. 1 more time, hold it. Nice. And then we'll all put our knees down first round. Elbows rub the ribs as you lower to your belly. Inhale, roll up just your head, neck, and chest. Finding cobra. No weight on the hands yet. Should be able to lift them up. And then forehead down. When you're ready to go up, you can go through hands and knees or reverse plank. And then take it back to down dog. And then 1 more round, shift to plank. Hold it. Remember, knees are down already if you're not feeling it. And then knees can drop if you can keep them lifted and the elbows in. Shift forward slightly, lower. Nice. Inhale, you can do another cobra or press the floor when you extend. Lift your upward facing dog. Maybe you want to take some time, look back over your shoulders here. And then when you're done, take it up and back. Downward facing dog. So those are your options for vinyasas. You can take or leave throughout your practice. We're all going to walk our way up and meet in ragdoll. So feet up, hands back, find ragdoll. Any movement that feels good here. Bend your knees, sway your hips. You can grab opposite elbows. Shake your head yes and no. You can massage the base of your skull right up there where it meets the neck meets the skull. Actually feels really good. And then bend your knees, squeeze your belly, and stack your vertebrae. Once you're at the top, let your arms reach high, palms in. Take hold of your right wrist and stretch it to the left side. So options here. You can take that right foot over, squeeze your thighs, push it forward, or you can take the right foot behind, bend both knees, curtsy, and pull. Get what feels good for you. And then bring it back to center. Switch wrists. what you're gonna do. It can be left foot in front or left foot behind and pull. Go ahead and come back up, drop your hands, touch your thighs, just slide toward your toes. Stay here or take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers and let the arms pull away. One more shoulder stretch. If you don't need it, don't add it. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then go ahead and drop your hands, reach for your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away, and that becomes Ardha Uttanasana. So you look down at the mat so your neck's in line with the spine, and then fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. Drop your tailbone, only if it feels good. Add a little back bend here. And then squeeze to come up straight. Hands to your heart. Nice job. Find your mountain, top of your mat. So Surya Namaskara, shoulders back and down, palms forward, belly in, tailbone drops. Take a moment, find your steady balance here. Samastiti, equal footing. On your next inhale, arms high. On your exhale, fold down towards your toes. On an inhale, let's push our shins away. Find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, take the left foot to the back of the mat. Drop that knee and sink into that back hip flexor. So if the floor is too far away, hands can come up to your thigh. Try not to let the knee go past the ankle. The further you can get that back knee away, the bigger the stretch is. Some of you are going to stay here. Some of you might feel good to tuck your nose down towards your knee. It might deepen that stretch in your hips. Again, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And as you look down, look forward, wait for an exhale, hips back, toes lift, hands walk with you if the hamstring is tight. You need more stretch, keep the hands forward and maybe fold a little. Shift the weight into the right foot, tuck your toes. You can go hands and knees or down dog. You can cat-cow or add your vinyasa like we practice. It's inhale plank, exhale lower, inhale back bend, and exhale downward facing dog. And breathe. Nice. On an inhale, let your left leg lift high. Keep the legs straight, the toes down. So notice the difference. That's closed hips. Turn your toes to the side. The leg can go higher. Keep the legs straight. Only if it feels good, bend the knee. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then step that foot all the way to the top. Go ahead, drop the right knee, stack the joints in the front, find where your hands need to be on the floor or up on your thigh. Sink into that right hip flexor. Keep the gaze where it is or drop the nose down. Nice. So drop your gaze, look forward, wait for an exhale, hips back, toes lift, hands walk with you if you need the space, Ardha Hanuman. And then shift the weight forward. Take it back, hands and knees or down dog. Cat-cow or add your vinyasa. Inhale plank. Exhale lower. Inhale back bend. Exhale downward facing dog. Nice. On an inhale, right leg high, toes point down. Keep the legs straight for a moment. Now turn the toes to the side, see if the leg wants to go higher. Stay there, only if it feels good, bend the knee. So notice the difference in your body. Don't rush to the next spot. And then step it all the way to the top. Keep that left hand flat on your mat. Put your right hand on your thigh just above your knee and really push into the right hand to feel that stretch, that twist in the low back. Keep the hand low or reach it up. If you reach it up and you feel like, I got a better twist with my hand on my thigh, put it back on the thigh. Go ahead, bring your hand down. We're coming up to high lunge from here, so if you need to shorten your stance, bring that back foot up a little. You can push off the thigh or hover your way up into a high lunge. Find your high lunge, drishti out in front. Feeling pressure in the low back, put a bend in the back knee, push the pelvis forward. Breathe. Stay here or left arm forward, right arm back. Reach actively through both arms. Stay here or drop your right hand to your back thigh. Let that left arm go up and back if it feels good. Wait for an exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor. We're going to step up with the left foot and back with the right. Right hand flat on the mat, left hand on the thigh above the knee. Push into both hands here. Feel that twist in your back. Decide where you want the hand to be, on the knee or up at the sky. So the further it gets back on the thigh, the less twist you get. The closer it is to the knee, the bigger the twist. Maybe it goes high. And then bring that hand down, adjust your stance if you need to, step it up a little, come up for your high lunge. Stay right here, or right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe the left hand drops to the back thigh, maybe the right arm goes up and back. Looks good. Wait for your exhale, cartwheel your hands down. We're all gonna go back to down dog or child's pose. You can rest or flow. You can cat-cow, vinyasa, inhale plank. Flow with your breath, exhale lower, inhale back bend, exhale down dog. Beautiful, this is great. Take 3 more breaths. 1, that's 2, and 3. Go ahead and drop to your knees. Wherever you are, we'll meet at hands and knees. Maybe you're coming up to your knees. And then do 2 cat-cow tilts. As you inhale, look up. Exhale, arch high. 1 more on your own. And then return to your flat back. And lower down to your elbows. So we're all going to stay here today. We're not going to do an inversion just yet. We'll get another chance. So interlace your fingers. Get your elbows on your shoulders and push your hips high. This is dolphin pose. Doesn't feel good, just stay at the knees. Looks good. Stay here, or we're gonna add some core. So it's inhale, shift forward, chin to thumbs. Exhale, hips high. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, hips high. Let's do 2 more, or just skip it and rest, whenever you need to. And then go ahead, we'll all drop to our knees and just rest in child's pose for a few breaths. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. And then decide what would feel good, to stay right here or to press it to down dog. If you went to down dog, you can add a vinyasa, flowing with your breath. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Nice. All right, and then either from hands and knees or down dog, let your left leg lift high. Now we're going to take it to the side. You can bend the knee, open the hip. Stay there or drop your right elbow to the floor. Keep the left arm straight. Nice. And then go ahead and press it up and step the left foot to the top of the mat. Let's just go ahead and turn that back foot to the side so the foot, front heel, and relax with the arch. And then bring your left arm on the thigh, palm turned up, right hand on the hip, palm spinning down. Notice how your shoulders are stacked here. Take this right arm, keep it where it is. If you have a shoulder injury, otherwise it goes straight out towards the horizon, rolls up alongside the ear, gets it in the right spot on the back. And breathe. So arm is straight. If you took it out and up, it's probably going to be jacked off the back. It's not going to feel good. Nice. Now Now squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up and stretch it all the way back. Reverse triangle. Right arm's just reaching down like it's going for that back ankle. Now keep your legs straight, bring your arms parallel. Stretch that left arm out towards the front wall, hit back, and then reach that hand down. Right arm is up unless that creates an injury or a problem, and then you just drop it down if you have an injury. Like you're between two sheets of glass. If it doesn't bother the neck, you can lift the top hand. Make sure you're not rounding in, but you're pushing through that left shoulder, and you're breathing. And then squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up and stretch it back again. See how far that right hand wants to go? And now just bend your knee and you're gonna end up in warrior two. Look over the left middle finger and breathe. Nice, check out your knee, make sure it's tracking towards the pinky toe. It looks parallel between the sides of your mat. For 3 more. For 2. Feel that thigh, yeah. Go ahead, straighten the leg. Just turn your left toes in, fold forward, and touch the mat. So crown of the head down. Pause feet to A. Wide leg forward fold. Once your head touches, you start bringing the feet closer together so you can let the head hover and keep the spine longer. So if your legs are really wide and your head's touching, you're going to be way out in front of your feet. And eventually your head will be between your feet. And then go ahead and just walk your hands way out in front. You're going to end up in a wide leg down dog, straight line from the wrists to the hips. Not a lot of weight in your hands. Keep the weight pushing back into the feet. Nice. Now walk your hands in, push the floor away. And put your left hand directly under your face. Reach your right arm high. Don't mind, in the studio we'll be backwards. So just as long as you do both, that's what we're going for. Now go ahead, switch it out and reach the other arm high. And then bring it down. Turn your left toes to the front and take it back. Down dog, child's pose, vinyasa, whatever would feel good right now. It's your body, it's your practice. You got it. Flow with your breath. All right, and then either from hands and knees or down dog. Oh, let's all meet at hands and knees. That's right. And then 2 cat-cow toes. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch. One more time. And then drop to your elbows. Set up your, what is it?
Dolphin.
Your dolphin. All right, hips high. So hang out here, or you can add your shift. If you want an inversion now, you can go upside down. It can be a headstand, forearm balance. You can hold forward and just hold elbow plank. You can rest in child's pose the whole time. So that's where we're going to meet when you're done. So when you're ready to get there, we'll see you there. And then when you're ready, we'll all meet hands and knees or down dog. All right, now it's right leg high. You can open it up, bend the knee if that feels good. Oh, put that foot down. I think No, that's right. Right leg up. I was saying, we're going backwards here. Stay here or drop the left elbow. Nice. Now straighten both and bring the right foot to the top of the mat. Nice. Returning that back foot to the side. And we're taking the right forearm to the thigh. Put your left hand on your hip. Keep your arms straight. So if the arm stays here or it goes straight out towards the side wall, rolls up alongside the ear, palm spinning down, looks great. Breathe. So if your arm's doing something like this, that probably means you went up like that instead of out like this. And you're all breathing. Now squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, stretch it back, see if that left hand wants to go over that back ankle. Now keep your legs straight and bring your arms parallel. Right arm stretches out, out, out before it reaches down and you find your triangle pose. Trikonasana. If your head is out in front of your right foot, it means your hand went too low. Keep dropping your tailbone here, lifting your belly in, keep breathing. That looks really good. Now squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, we're stretching it back again, let that left arm go back. And now we're going to bend our knee and end up in warrior two. Look over your right middle finger. Don't let the knee go past the ankle. Get that thigh parallel. Belly's always up, tailbone's always down. And you're always breathing. So not overcorrect. If you go too far, you're going to feel too much in that hamstring. Nice tall spine. You just don't want this. Ooh, that hurts. You're like, oh yeah, I don't want that. 10 more minutes. And then straighten the leg. Just turn your right toes in, fold forward, and touch the mat. So we're back in A position. You have other things you can do here this time if you want. You can hang out just like you did before. Keep working the crown of the head down, the feet closer. You can stretch out your shoulders by taking your hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers, letting the arms pull away as if they're going to go for the floor behind you. You can do an inversion. Make sure you're breathing. Nice collapse. And then when you're done, let's walk our hands way out in front, find that wide leg down dog, get a nice long spine. And then walk your hands in until your wrists are under your shoulders. Put your right hand under your face, reach your left arm high. I just realized I'm probably backwards for both of you now. Go ahead, switch it out and take the other side. And then drop it down, turn your toes back to the front of the mat. And you can take it back, down dog or child's pose, hold, flow, or rest. Great. Honoring your body is yoga. And then when you're ready, we'll all meet. Hands and knees are down dog. And let your left leg lift high. You can open it up. If it feels good, bend the knee. If you want to flip your dog, you just keep reaching over until that back foot touches down behind the right foot. And then our left arm reaches to the front of the mat. And you're up in like a little side angle. You got it. That's it. Beautiful. Now go ahead and bring that hand down and just step the left foot to the top of the mat. We're going to turn that right foot to the side again, heel to arch alignment. Take your left forearm on the thigh again, right hand on the hip, palm spinning down. Keep it right here, where it goes straight out out. If it goes up like a rainbow, it comes off the back. That was really good. It looks really good. Keep spinning that right shoulder back. And then this time you can stay here. If you want to add on here, you have options. That bottom hand can reach for the floor. The right knuckles can go to the sacrum. You can take, if you can keep the shoulder tucked in tight, you might take the left hand under and take the bind behind your back. Right knuckles to sacrum, left knuckle, shoulder snuggles down next to that left knee. Bird of paradise, people. Nice, Colette. Looks good. Step it up and fly. Sound effects help. All right, we're all gonna come back and meet in side angle, right arm forward. And then let the right hand go to the mat. Pop the back heel up, drop your knee to the mat, walk your toes to the left. So options, you can stay right here, or we're gonna take that left knee, push the left knee away, look over the left shoulder. Nice. Stay here, or you can bend the back knee, reach for the foot, get a quad stretch. If it hurts the knee, don't do it. We're all gonna bring our hands back down in front and join, staying here, or right elbow down, left elbow meets it, full lizard lunge. You can play around with what feels good on this left knee. You can stay straight up, tuck in. If you want more of a hip flexor stretch, you can open back. The big toe side of the foot can pop up. All right, so if you went low, push up through your arms and just slide that left leg to the back of the mat. You can go to down dog or child's pose. You can rest in down dog, child's pose, or as your flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana. And when you're ready, we'll meet in hands and knees and down or down dog. And we'll let the right leg lift. Keep it straight or bend the knee. Keep it there, or you're gonna flip your dog. You just let that right toe touch down behind the left. The right arm comes forward, do the wild thing. And then bring your right hand back down and step the right foot up. Turn the back foot to the side. And take your right forearm on the thigh, palm turned up, left hand on the hip, palm spinning down. Stay here, or take that left arm straight out to the side, let it roll up, you got it, breathe. Check out what's going on with your ribs, make sure they're not popping forward. You're still hugging it in, drop in the tailbone. Stay here or play here. So it's not easy to stay here, right? I mean, this is a challenging pose. Some of you might want to drop your bottom hand. Some of you might want to take your left knuckles to the sacrum. Right shoulder stays in tight to the knee if you're going to take the right hand under and grab the bind. Bird of paradise, people, go for it. I'm staying here. Pull it down. Work on standing up straight, reach through the crown of the head. That looks good, beautiful. All right, we're all meeting back in side angle with that left arm reach and then drop towards the floor. Pop the back heel up, drop the knee, walk your toes to the right, stay right here, or take your right hand, push the knee away, look over the right shoulder. And then bring both hands to the front. Oh yeah, you can bend the knee if you want that stretch. Forgot that, those of you that like that. And then when you're ready, both hands come to the front. So stay here or left elbow drops. Stay there or right elbow meets it. So you're finding that spot that's your own personal edge and you're not pushing beyond it. So you're finding the spot where you can hold, you can feel effort but not tension, you can feel relaxation but not dullness. And you're all breathing. And if you went low, push up through your arms. Take the right leg to the back of the mat, go to down dog or child's pose. Hold, flow, or rest. If you're flowing, inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back. Exhale, down dog. Nice. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, walk your hands towards the back of the mat so you end up in rag doll at the back of your mat. And then put a gentle bend in your knees, squeeze your belly, and gently stack your vertebrae. At the top, reach. Let your palms spin in, let your shoulders relax. Take a moment, check out your feet, make sure your ankles are under your hip bones, and then lift your heels. Press through your big toes and find your balance. It might take a minute or a few seconds. And then tiptoe your way to the top. Once you're up, drop your heels and drop your arms and shake it out. All right. So left foot balance, right leg back. So warrior three. Palms forward. They can be up here if you can keep them alongside the ears. You don't want to pivot, and when you drop, you don't want the shoulders to drop, so they stay alongside the ears. So when you're ready, you just hinge at the hips. Keep the back hips closed, toes pointing down. Keep reaching in both directions. You might pivot a little. You might be able to go parallel to the floor. Honor your body. This is a beautiful warrior three. Keeping the spine straight, most important. And then pivot back to standing. Stop there or bring that ankle all the way to the front. Ankle under the knee. Stand up tall. Squeeze your belly. Don't lean back as you extend your leg. Point your toe and then lower it with control. Shake it up. And try the right foot. So right foot balance, left toe back. Find that straight line. And when you're ready, hinge at the hip. So it might be a little, it might be a lot. If arms are forward, they're alongside the ears. You don't have them down here in front. You don't have the head lifted. Keep breathing. That looks great. Now we're going to hinge back to standing. Stop there or hands to the waist. Ankle under the knee. Don't lean back as you extend, point, and then lower the leg with control. Give the knees a little shake. And switch back to the left foot. So we're going either into King Dancer if it doesn't hurt your knee. You're going to turn your right thumb to the back, kick it up, catch the foot, left arm forward. If balance is an issue, turn to face the wall. When you pivot, reach through the left arm, push the foot away. If this hurts the knee, go back to warrior three. Keep breathing. Beautiful. And then wait for an exhale, hinge back to standing, and just shake it up. So right foot balance, if you're going for the foot, flip the thumb to the back, pick it up, right arm out. Of course, if that hurts the shoulder, you can always grab the pinky toe. Hinge forward when you're ready. Push the foot away behind you like it's going up to the sky. Reach actively through your right arm. Keep breathing. Nice strong quad in that standing leg. And then pivot back to standing. Drop it and shake it. And just heel toe your feet apart, pinky toes near the edge. Fold forward. And just enjoy here. So some of you are going to stay right here. Some of you are going to drop into a squat. So elbows above the knees. So if you have knee issues, hips can stay above the knees. Feels good on hips and knees. They can drop towards the floor, malasana. Some of you might work the elbows to the inside. Some of you might work your thumbs to your sternum. You've been doing this for a while. You're like, I can do more. You can put a fist into the hand. You can take the wrist down. Hurts, don't do it. Even here, lift the pelvic floor. All right, now it's elbows above the knees. Push together to come up. Hang forward, just grab elbows, let everything settle to center. And then decide what would feel good. So we're gonna make our way, if you have a crow practice, Bakasana. So let's gonna demonstrate. Palms are flat, feet start together they both come up, lift them towards your body. One toe at a time. There you go. Put a bend in those elbows, more bend. Yeah, there you go. Look forward. There it is. Now squeeze and lift one toe. That's it. Put it down and lift the other. Nice. Eventually they both come up. All right, so when you're done, any way you want, make your way back to down dog or child's pose. Hold, flow, or rest. Nice. And then we'll all meet at hands and knees. Move through 2 cat-cow tilts. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch up. And then wait for your exhale, return to your flat back, and just take your right leg straight back. Roll the right foot to the side. Now take your left toes and move the whole shin behind the knee, so it's 90 degrees, and reach your right arm up. And this can be your pose. Some of you are staying here, some of you are gonna squeeze the belly, lift the leg. Some of you are gonna bend the knee, reach for the foot, just like we did when we were in King Dancer. Nice. Now if you're holding the foot, squeeze the belly so you can release it with control. Now put the hand down, make sure these left toes pop up first, go to hands and knees, and then send the left leg back. Roll that foot to the side, right toes angle back behind the knee, left arm high. Beautiful. Keep it low or squeeze and lift the leg. Keep it there or bend the knee, reach for the foot. Nice. If you're holding on, release it with control. Bring your hand down, pop those right toes up. Let's all go to child's pose. Roll out your wrists. And decide what you want. You can stay right here or press it to down dog. If you went up, you can add a vinyasa. And then we're going to do one more round. So if you would like to do full side plank, Vajrayasana, you're going to go to down dog. Otherwise, hands and knees, right leg back, just like before. Same thing you just did. If you're going full pose, it goes down dog. Shift the plank. You could probably do this. Turn the left foot to the side, right arm high. Some of you might stack your feet. Some of you might lift your feet. Some of you might reach for the toe. If you need something else to do, there's always somewhere to go, right? Nice, and then bring it down. And then take it to the other side. So if you're in plank, you just roll the right foot to the side, left arm high. You gotta keep it there. If you need more, stack your feet. If you need more, lift that top leg. So it's left leg in front. So you're stacking your joints. And then we're all gonna come back to center and rest in child's pose. Roll out your wrists. You can stay where you are or press it up to down dog. You can hold or flow through your last vinyasa. And then let's all meet at hands and knees. So we're going to take our right foot out to the side so the foot's in line with the knee. We're going to take our left arm, we're going to slide it under and stretch out the shoulder. So stay here or walk that right arm forward, straight up over your head on the floor. If you want a bigger twist, you start walking that hand like it's going to go behind your back. Don't go too far. If you bend the elbow, you're likely to roll over. Good, huh? Now walk the right hand back around so the wrist is under the elbow. Press into the right hand, reach out and up to the left, and then drop the hand. Bring that knee in, and take the left leg to the side. Now take your right arm and just thread it under. Relax the shoulder, relax the side of the head. And just enjoy. So some of you are spinning here, some of you are walking that arm straight, some of you are going to walk the arm, it's going to go behind your back, and you're going to find a release in your low back there. You moved your left hand, walk it back around, push into the left hand and reach out and up with the right. And then drop your hand, bring your knee in and come onto your bottom. Swing your legs around to the front. And just pick up your bottom, walk it towards your heels, come onto your back. We're going to do 2 back bends. We'll do bridge and kneel. If you have something else you prefer to do, feel free to do that. So arms alongside your body, palms down, gazes up. Remember, you don't turn the head once the hips lift. So when you're ready, press into your hands and feet, tilt your pelvis, and roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Some of you might be able to interlace your fingers behind the back and physically walk the shoulders closer together. Check out what's going on in your inner thighs. You want them active and hugging parallel. You don't want to make a big V. So inner thighs, Martina. More toward the knees, towards each other. Knees, knees, knees. There. Get those thighs working. Looks good. 10 more minutes. Wait for your exhale, lower down. And just windshield wiper your legs. And then just rest. You can rest with your knees together, your feet wide, or your feet together and your knees wide. And you can stay here. If you'd like to do a second round, it'll be our last one. It's knees up. You can be bridge again, just like before. If you're working on wheel, fingers under the shoulders, elbows to the sky. Hips first, just like before, push into the feet, and then see if you can push into the hands. Looks good. Nice looking. And stretch it out. So remember, if you went up into wheel, make sure you tuck the chin so the back of the head touches first. When you lower down, nice control. We're all hugging our knees in and rocking it out. And then just plant your feet and send your right leg straight up in the air. Interlace your fingers behind the hamstring, circle the ankle, reverse the circle. Relax the ankle, stay here, or if you can walk the hands further up the leg without bending the knee, find that hamstring one last time. Now guide your ankle over the bent knee, find your figure 4. Just energetically press that right knee away. Stay here or lift the foot that's on the floor. Right hand goes between the thighs, left hand reaches around, grab the hamstring or the shin, reclining the hip opener. It's a great runner stretch. So you can relax your head nice. I'm going to go ahead and drop that back foot and send your right leg up. Flex it, still the right leg, and then we're going to lower the right leg as slow as you can. Now arms open up into a T. You're going to let that left knee go across the body, knee to the right, gaze to the left. Try to get that left shoulder grounded. So you're just taking a twist. You have that left knee tucked behind an extended right leg. Just make sure you do the same thing on the other side. And then go ahead and come back to center. Hug it up and in and rock it out. And then plant your feet and send the left leg high. Interlace your fingers, circle the ankle. Reverse. knee. Once the knee bends, it comes out of the hamstring. So you find that spot where you feel a nice stretch without an overextension. More in the meaty part than behind the knee than at the glutes. You want to feel it in the middle of the thigh. Now guide the ankle over the bent knee. Energetically push the left knee away. Stay there or hug it up and in. This time left hand through, right hand around. Find that hip stretch and breathe into your left hip. And then go ahead, put that foot down. You're sending the left leg back up in the air. Flex it slow as you can. Lower the left leg. Nice. Now your arms are out into a T position. Wiggle that leg when it touches. Then just let that top knee cross over and look to the right. And then go ahead, come back to center. Hug it up and in. Rock it out one last time. Stay here or bring the bottoms of your feet together. You can hold your feet or ankles. Push your knees away. Stay there or keep holding your feet or toes. Send both feet up in the air. You end up in happy baby. Any movement that feels good. And if your feet are up, bring them in. If your knees are wide, pull them together. If it feels okay, hug yourself up into a tight little ball. Wait for an exhale and then stretch it out in all directions. And then relax. Find Shavasana, take up space. Make sure your low back feels good. You can pick up the flesh, walk it towards your heels. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. You can tuck them behind the heart. Doesn't feel good on your back, you're always welcome to keep your knees bent. Eyes are closed if that's comfortable. And then just imagine a beautiful golden light enters the body through the crown of the head. As the light pours through your body, it brings warmth and relaxation to the scalp, the forehead, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth are relaxed. The ears, the cheeks, the jaw and chin are relaxed. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. The neck and shoulders are relaxed. The arms, hands, and fingers. The chest, your heart and lungs. Your abdomen with all your internal organs are relaxed. The upper, middle, and lower back. The hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the thighs, the knees, the calves and shins, the ankles, the feet, and out the toes. The body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments just to be. Your mind blocks the free flow of life by saying, this is how things must be. This is how things should be. Letting go releases you from this insistent grip. And when you let go, new forms of reality can enter. That's Deepak Chopra. Bring the awareness back to your breath. Let the breath fill your body with life. Start to bring gentle movements to your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, your arms and legs, until you're ready for a big stretch. And then hug your knees into your chest one last time. If it feels good, you can go to your right side for more relaxation, your left side for more energy. Take a few breaths on your side. And in your own time, in your own way, when you're ready, carefully make your way up to your comfortable seat. We'll close our practice. Find your tall spine. Find your breath. Remember, your peace is always within, regardless of what goes on around you. Share your light. Hands to the heart. Bow in. Give gratitude. And look for the joy. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all for sharing your practice, your presence. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Namaste. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, Facebook. I'm signing off here first. Hey, Darby. Glad you made it. See you soon.